Here's the issue I have today. I've got these vents for woodworking table saw, and as much as Quinn doesn't think woodworking and metalworking go together, I have a little project here that takes some metalworking on a woodworking project. So these gates in these valves are really loose, and they allow a lot of air to get past them, and they vibrate a little bit. When you tighten down the clamp, they don't vibrate too much, but there's a lot of air leaking through there. So what I want to do, and I've modified one already, is I've got some 3/32 inch Lexan from Home Depot, and I use that for a gate, and that fits really tight. Not as much air is going to leak by. There's only one issue, and I'll show you. Turn it down just real quick. So I've kind of sanded this one down on the inside to make it smoother, but I found that didn't work. So what I really needed to do was machine it smoother, and I took about 8/1000ths of an inch, and that's all it took to get this flat, so that when it's together, my new gate will slide down there unimpeded. So I'm going to go ahead and show machining this one, and then you can see what it took. Now you can do it like I started to do it, and just sand it down or file it down or grind it down, but I was finding I was getting high and low spots, so I couldn't quite get it operating smooth. So what we'll do is we'll just take this over to the mill. You can see here where these casting marks are. A couple of these are actually sticking up, and they cause a little drag. There's a big old some flashing there. So we'll go machine those real quick and see how it goes. Now I found these things to be pretty accurate, within about 5/1000ths. So let's get things going here. I'm taking a really light cut on this first one. They're not in the vise very good, so I'm just running through here doing a light cut. Alright, that looks like it cleaned it up pretty good. Now I'll get the other half. Alright, let's put this together, and then we'll try our valve. Helps if you put it in the vise the correct direction. Alright, excellent fit. That's what I wanted. Okay, there's one more thing I need to do. I don't know how well it shows up in the camera, but I put a little dot there. These gates have a bump to keep the gate from falling too far. So what I'm going to do is just drill it and tap it, put in a 632 screw. So we'll do this quick and dirty. And I'm using the gate lock to hold this piece in place. And then a little tappy tap tap. Okay. Little 632 screw. Like that. Okay. So now that'll allow the gate to go all the way, close all the way up and not fall out. Okay, just when I thought I was done, I found one more little issue. And that is, there's a huge gap in the opening of the bottom of these gates. So what I'm going to do is run a little bead, carefully not to go too far down, just enough to close it off. Now I'm done.